From coffee to shampoo to hand sanitizer, First Stop Shop is your one-stop, conveniently located at the nearest Delta Petroleum gas station.
Delta Petroleum, serving the Caribbean.
We made it over into the month of May. It's almost mid-year. It's the 1st of May, 2024. And you're logged on to THG Network. This is THG News Today with Mervyn Henley. I trust that you had yourselves a pleasant night rest and good to have you here in my company this morning. Now, the news, of course, is powered by our good friends there on St. Martin, Carl & Sons, with 2 locations on the island, in Colbay and in Phillipsburg, that's on the Pondville, and of course Delta Petroleum all across the OECS, and we also have Feezes there on Nevis. If you have not subscribed already to our YouTube channel, you know what to do. I ask that you please subscribe so that you can be kept abreast on what's happening. And what's happening, we have news, weather, entertainment, interviews, and I think we have an upcoming interview on Friday morning. I'll confirm that later today, and I will share that information with you tomorrow morning. But I'm almost positive that we have a politician, I believe, will be here with us on Friday morning, just for a few minutes. I'll say about 15 minutes or so. Yeah? Okay. What's happening? Let's begin with St. Kitts. Out of St. Kitts, the Ministry of Health is pleased to announce the appointment of Mr. Curtis Martin as the acting permanent secretary. Where did I hear that name before? Where have I heard that name? Okay. Speaker. He's a former Speaker of the House of the Parliament there on St. Kitts. Let me continue to read this. This decision comes after careful consideration by the ministry's leadership and was announced by the Prime Minister and Minister of Health, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, earlier yesterday at an extraordinary meeting of the ministry's leadership team. And this is according to SKNIS, the Government Information Service. Mr. Martin's appointment as acting permanent secretary will ensure the continuous and effective operation of the ministry's initiatives and responsibilities. Mr. Martin, who most recently has been serving as an advisor in the Prime Minister's office, brings a wealth of experience and a proven track record of excellence in administrative leadership. His previous roles within both the public and private sectors have prepared him well for this pivotal position. Mr. Martin's expertise in policy development, human resource management, and strategic planning will be invaluable as the ministry continues to navigate the challenges of public health and strives to improve healthcare outcomes for all citizens. According to Mr. Martin, I am honored to step into the role of acting permanent secretary, and I am committed to working collaboratively with all stakeholders to enhance our healthcare system. Together, we will focus on innovative solutions and strategic partnerships to achieve our vision of a healthier future for St. Kitts and Nevis. Mr. Martin, if you're listening, I want to say to you, if you're watching, I hope these are not just words. I'm tired of all these formalities and protocols and saying the good stuff that you expect people want to hear. You need action, and that's why the Prime Minister, he has you in this position right now as acting PS of Health. I have seen where those on social media, they have criticized this decision. They are attacking the Prime Minister about having you as the acting PS of Health because they say that your background is nothing in health. But here you are today being the PS of Health. And this is not about making the Prime Minister look good. You have to make St. Kitson look good. You have to perform because the health of a nation is the wealth of a nation. That's what the saying says, right? I believe something like that. So you better come good. We don't want to hear any just these words, these nice fitting words. We want action. We want positive action in the right direction as far as healthcare on St. Kitts and Nevis. So I'll be watching on because there's lots happening in healthcare on the islands of both St. Kitts and Nevis. Not so good, especially when it comes to Nevis. But we're dealing with Sinkits right now. And so, Mr. Martin, all eyes will be on you on how you can improve the healthcare system there on the island. Now, Mr. Martin will oversee the implementation of critical health programs and the ministry's ongoing response to public health issues. His leadership will be crucial in continuing the ministry's work in promoting wellness and ensuring accessible, high-quality healthcare services. The Prime Minister and the Minister of Health, Dr. Terence Drew, told the meeting that he is confident that Mr. Martin's leadership will bring strong guidance and stability to the ministry during this transition period. We look forward to his contributions and are excited about the future of health services under his stewardship. We all will be looking forward, Honorable Prime Minister, not just you. Yeah? Okay. Now, out of Miami and this lady, I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to be sorry for her because, well, she pleaded guilty, but she's just going back and forth with the judge, the system there, in the court system in Florida. BVI's Olivine Maynard, a Miami judge, again has deferred the sentencing hearing for confessed former BVI Ports Authority Managing Director Olivine Maynard for the final time. Maynard, who confessed to being involved in a drug trafficking conspiracy led by former Premier Andrew Foy, had her sentencing date pushed back several times since her guilty plea last year. The former Ports boss told the Miami court she helped the convicted former premier orchestrate a Hollywood-style drug and money laundering conspiracy to smuggle thousands of kilos of cocaine through the territory's waters and to hide the proceeds coming from their efforts, according to the BVI News and court documents. Her sentence was initially set for August 21st, 2023, after she pleaded guilty to her role in the conspiracy and agreed to testify against Foy at his trial in exchange for lenience from the court at sentencing. The court continued to shift that date as repeated delays arose with the start of Foy's trial. Maynard's new sentencing date is now June 6, with no further extensions expected for prosecutors. Maynard's son, Kadeem Maynard, was sentenced on November 20th to serve 57 months in prison after he pleaded guilty last year to a single count of conspiracy to import cocaine. Meanwhile, Foy's sentencing was also postponed from April 29th to June 25th after his attorney requested additional time. Foy's attorney, Theresa Van Vroot, asked the court to set a later sentencing date because of conflict with a paid vacation she had already booked. She also cited the need for more time to finalize potential objections to the pre-sentence report. So Foy is there in a cell somewhere awaiting sentencing. And you know, when this is all over on June, whenever his sentencing is, June 25th, I am going to say something regarding Premier Foy. Well, former Premier Foy. Yes, Mervyn, get it right. Former Premier Foy, because I just can't get over this stunning fall from grace. You know, Foy had everything going for him. I know that there are regional leaders. I know about two of them. They were actually jealous, if I may use such a word, of then Premier Foy and what he was doing in the Virgin Islands, in the British Virgin Islands, and pushing the BVI forward. You know, because they wondered, how can Foy do this and we're not getting anything done? And this man, he was fighting against the British. And you end up put yourself in this situation? I mean, I would want to sit with Premier Foy, former Premier Foy, up in his cell, not to join him to be there with him, but to interview him and just to ask him, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? I mean, you had everything going for you. You say that you suspected that these people were after you, so you wanted to do your own investigation, so you were playing detective. That was your defense. You were playing detective. But look where it has landed you now. What were you thinking? I mean, yeah, it's just sad. It's sad, it is disappointing. Out of Antigua and Barbuda, Prime Minister, the Honorable Gaston Brown. I think he's in New York. Well, actually from today. Prime Minister Gaston Brown is in New York for the third Global Citizen Now 2024 Summit. The event convenes government leaders, private sector executives, grassroots activists, cultural innovators, philanthropic experts to discuss solutions to achieve the end of extreme poverty and protect the planet. This year, Global Citizen is campaigning to drive financial investments to support developing countries recover from and mitigate the effects of the global food, energy, and climate crises, and to empower adolescent girls with a focus on health and education, particularly vulnerable yet extremely powerful group, themes often championed by Prime Minister Gaston Brown. The Prime Minister will also be one of the main speakers for the main stage panel under the theme World at a Crossroad, Act Today, Save Tomorrow. The event will focus on current global headlines, rising temperature, widening conflicts, hunger, and policy clashes. Following his two-day engagement in New York, Prime Minister Gaston Brown will travel to Nigeria, where he will be the main speaker at the Nigerian Business Forum. In his invitation to Prime Minister Brown, Chairman and CEO of Earpiece Limited, which is organizing the forum in conjunction with key investors in Nigeria, said that the interest of many Nigerian investors is shifting towards the Caribbean, with Antigua and Barbuda as the chief focus. The CEO of Earpiece pointed out that Prime Minister Brown's participation in the forum will provide the requisite platform to address and interface with the investors and produce a win-win for the investors and the government and people of Antigua and Barbuda. Prime Minister Browne is accompanied by his wife, Honorable Minister of Works and Housing, the Honorable Maria Browne, Acting CEO of LIAT 2020, Ambassador David Joseph, and the Earpiece Caribbean Limited in Antigua CEO Hafsa Abdul Salam. Yeah? Browne making waves over there, will make waves over there in Nigeria as he continues to bridge the gap and to join and form unity with the Nigerian government and the people. With that, we've just concluded THG News today. Do join us again tomorrow morning, God's willing, at 6 o'clock Atlantic Standard Time for a similar presentation. The news, of course, is brought to you the kind of compliments of Carl & Sons on St. Martin, Feezers on Nevis, and Delta Petroleum. Have yourselves a wonderful day, everyone. Take care. I am Mervyn Henley.
Carl & Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years. And the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Carl & Sons for simply the best. There are two locations, Colbay and on the Pondville. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Pondville, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Carl & Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Carl & Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you. Nevis, satisfy your sweet tooth at Feezers, the coziest spot in Charlestown, known for its mouth-watering ice cream and dal parade. We are open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come in and sample our patties, sandwiches, air-fried wings with fries, hot dogs, rotis, and now our famous smoothies, in all flavors of course. And don't forget to try the famous bus-up shut and saltfish. It's Feezers, located at the entrance to the Cotton Ginnery Mall in Charlestown, Nevis. They are also available by phone, so place your order by calling 1-869-665-2458. Don't ask about the rest, just try the best.